Travis Kelce's heartfelt FaceTime to Taylor Swift, a tight end's gift and a superstar's smile. The morning sun blazed gently over the rolling greens of Nashville as athletes from across the NFL gathered for one of the most anticipated off-season rituals, Tight End University. Among them was Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chiefs' charismatic tight end, known as much for his athletic prowess as his infectious energy and deepening relationship with pop superstar Taylor Swift. Sporting a dark green polo, backwards cap, and his signature easygoing swagger, Travis cruised into the venue on a golf cart, his phone clutched loosely in one hand. The summer air buzzed with excitement. Former and current tight ends from all over the league mingled, shared stories, and hyped each other up for a day filled with drills, camaraderie, and celebration. George Kittle and Greg Olsen, the other co-founders of the event, approached Travis with wide grins. "Look what the alumni brought in," George teased, clapping Travis on the back. "You finally made it before noon." Travis laughed. "I had to FaceTime my lady before leaving the house. She wanted to see what I was wearing. Said I better not embarrass her in front of the NFL." The guys burst into laughter. "You've got Taylor Swift dressing you now?" Greg asked, mock offended. Man's changed. But there was no denying it, Travis had changed. In the best way possible. And it showed in the glow he carried, the kind only love could give. The morning kicked off with training sessions. Travis ran drills like a man on a mission. Younger tight ends looked up to him not only for his stats and Super Bowl rings but also for how present and encouraging he was. Between reps, Travis offered tips, corrected postures, and gave out more high fives than a high school gym teacher on pep rally day. Cameras rolled, but none of it fazed him. He wasn't performing for the lens, he was home among brothers. Still, every so often, he'd glance at his phone like he was counting down the minutes until he could share something special. Right after lunch, a call came from one of the event organizers. "Hey Trav, we've got something for you," they said, pointing him toward the clubhouse. Inside, a small crowd had gathered. Laid out on a table was a custom-made trophy, polished walnut base with a golden tight end figure mounted atop. But what stole the show was the engraving, "To Travis Kelce, for redefining the position, lifting your brothers, and inspiring greatness on and off the field." Underneath the inscription was a playful postscript. P.S. Taylor told us your shelf was getting crowded. Travis burst out laughing. George and Greg exchanged proud looks. "We figured you'd want something a little less shiny and a little more meaningful," George said. Travis picked up the trophy, feeling the weight of it. Not just in pounds, but in significance. It wasn't about awards or stats, it was about legacy. And this? This was personal. "Damn," he muttered. "This is incredible." But his fingers were already itching. He pulled out his phone and opened FaceTime. The screen rang once. Twice. And then Taylor's radiant face appeared, backlit by purple-tinted lighting in what looked like a rehearsal room. "Hey, baby," she chirped. "What's up?" Travis turned the camera around and pointed it toward the trophy. "Babe, look what they gave me." Taylor squinted, then gasped. "Oh my God, Trav. That's beautiful." Her voice, even through the screen, was warm and full of emotion. Travis flipped the camera back and smiled. "I wanted you to see it first." "Ah, you're gonna make me cry in the middle of dance practice," she teased, dabbing the corner of her eye. "You deserve that and more." They talked for a few minutes, Taylor asking who designed it, whether he cried, he denied it, and whether he'd found a spot for it already. He told her it'd sit next to the bracelet she gave him last Christmas, the one he wore on game days. Then came a soft silence. Taylor looked into the camera and said, "I'm proud of you, Travis. Not just for what you do, but how you make people feel. You're a real leader." Travis, uncharacteristically shy, just grinned. Coming from the queen of empathy herself. They kept chatting long after the trophy had been admired. Taylor took a break from her rehearsal to sit down with her matcha, and Travis found a shady spot outside the clubhouse. They talked about everything, the album she was finalizing, his plans for the upcoming season, whether they'd be able to escape for a weekend in upstate New York. "I miss you," she said. "I miss you more," he replied. "But hey, you're with me even here. They literally included you in the trophy." Taylor laughed. "That means I'm officially tight end university royalty." He leaned closer to the phone, whispering dramatically. "They better build you a golden Mike statue next year." She smiled, but then grew thoughtful. "You know, moments like this make all the craziness worth it." "Yeah," he agreed. "And I wouldn't want to share them with anyone else." That night, Tight End University hosted a casual evening gala for attendees. As Travis mingled, something caught his eye. Someone, Taylor Swift, in a sleek satin dress, was walking in with George Kittle's wife. Cameras turned, jaws dropped. Travis was speechless. "I thought you were rehearsing," he murmured when she reached him. "I was. But then I realized, I needed to see that trophy in person." He pulled her into a hug, lifting her off the ground. The room buzzed with excitement. But what made the night unforgettable wasn't just the power couple, it was what they did. Taylor took selfies with fans, athletes' wives, staff, even starstruck rookies. She laughed, posed, and talked like she belonged. Because she did. One fan, a teenage girl wearing a vintage Chiefs jersey and a handmade friendship bracelet, hesitated before approaching. Taylor beamed and waved her over, then knelt beside her for a selfie. Meanwhile, Travis stood back, watching the love of his life connect with people the same way he did, with kindness, sincerity, and heart. Later that night, they danced under the string lights, NFL royalty and pop queen, moving like no one was watching. Taylor Swift is showing up and showing out for her man. The global superstar shocked fans at the Tight Ends and Friends concert in Nashville, part of Travis Kelce's Tight End University, by taking the stage to perform her iconic 2014 hit, "Shake It Off." Held at Brooklyn Bowl, Nashville, the concert marked Swift's first live performance since regaining control of her Masters last month. The night was already buzzy after Swift and Kelce walked hand-in-hand down a red carpet at TU's opening ceremony the night before, but no one expected what came next. Swift, 35, surprised the crowd when she joined country singer Kane Brown on stage for an unannounced set. Brown hyped up the moment by teasing the audience with a really special guest, before Swift appeared in a black mini dress and matching boots. "We would like to dedicate this to our favorite players who are going to play, and these are the tight ends," Swift said before launching into "Shake It Off," sending the crowd into a frenzy. A source told People, Taylor surprised the crowd by joining Kane Brown on stage for "Shake It Off." The crowd lost their minds. At the end of her performance, she made sure to thank the band and gave each one of them a hug. Before the song's signature line, "To the fella over there with the hella good hair," fans noticed Swift glancing to her left repeatedly. As confirmed by a fan on X, formerly Twitter, "I knew he was there because she kept looking at her left side while performing." The fella was none other than Kelce himself, standing to her left off stage. Swift and Kelce, both 35, arrived together in a black SUV and spent time mingling with guests and athletes upstairs at the venue. Travis and Taylor stayed by each other's side all while chit-chatting and catching up with everyone, the source added. Taylor's face lit up around Travis. She enjoys letting him shine. During Chase Rice's performance of "Cruise," Swift was spotted dancing on a balcony with a drink in hand, singing along with George Kittle. The source described her vibe as having the best time watching all the country music artists and showing her support for them. This marks another significant moment in Swift and Kelce's increasingly public relationship, which has included NFL game appearances, Eras Tour cameos, and now a red carpet moment at TU's opening night. Tight End University was co-founded in 2021 by Kelce, George Kittle, and Greg Olsen to give NFL tight ends a platform to bond, learn, and grow both on and off the field.